Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the King Air series. We've made some progress in the last few weeks. It's been a few weeks since I did the video. I was hoping to do one sooner, but there was a few things that I wanted to get done before doing the next video. But yeah, I've done most of them, not all of it, but I've done most of the things, and I think it's time to do another video. So let's not wait and let's get started. I'll show you around what we've done. Okay guys, so first thing you might notice is that we no longer have the ugly wood, that MDF wood everywhere. We've covered it with a leather, or a vinyl rather. I've covered it with a vinyl here, and then just a normal roof lining for the top. It's not perfect. I tried to hide some of these screws behind it. Didn't work as planned, but honestly when you stand here you don't even notice them. They are easy to see on the camera, but you don't even notice them. I've also gone ahead and installed the carpet, and the rudders I've just removed them, but so we've done the carpet and the rudders can go in there as well. They just sit up on top of there. They're not in there now. So the carpet needs to be cut off here at the end, but I'm still deciding whether I'm going to do maybe a step here or something, so I haven't cut off the carpet. And the carpet's very dirty here as well again, and it needs some edging here. And the rest of these panels are still loose, so they're still loose. I need to fix them to the body, but there's a few things I'll show you I want to do first. These, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Let me show you on the other side. I don't want to break that panel. Let me show you this side. So yeah, what I've done is I've just hidden this roof lining is hidden underneath the leather panel, so it will cover up that area there. We've done the panels. All the panels have been redone with acrylic, so you should be able, if I turn even the overhead here, let me turn off the floodlights here, then you should be able to see that these are now backlit panels. The wording was done in acrylic instead of the wood panels before them. And yeah, this just makes it way more immersive. And then, I mean, if I switch off these lights, let me show you. So this is what it looked like before the see-through panels were done, the backlit panels. So it was basically impossible to see all the switches. So we've decided to go ahead, do it the right way once, and we've backlit all of the panels. So you'll still see a lot of cabling going on here. If I do repeat myself from the previous video, I do apologize if I cover something twice. Yeah, I've also went ahead and installed a new livery. So these engines, they look pretty awesome. Let me see if I can. There we go. So yeah, just to give it a nicer look as well. These are amazing props. I love this livery. Let me just go ahead and put this back. So I'm still deciding on where we're gonna put the view of the airplane. But as you can see, yeah, it's looking better already. I've also redid these gauges. Let me just turn the floodlights back on here. I redid these gauges, so organized them, set them so they are working all through Air Manager, and this side as well. So for instance, let me show you the flap indicator. As you can see, it's moving. Even the RPM, all of these gauges. Let me apply throttle. See them spool up there and go down. They are all working. The autopilot's not plugged in, but the SideTech radio panels are also working. So next thing now would be to, I'm not sure if you can see the yoke gear back there. So the yokes need to be installed and then connected through a Arduino at the bottom of the panel here, the ground floor, and then yeah, that should be working. So with regards to the lights, let me see if I can zoom out here a little bit. So with regards to the lights on this panel here, so this is obviously the light panel, the overhead. So I still need to install the bottom. I'm busy with the gauges, so that will be done. I'll do that for the next video. The overhead works perfectly fine. I've got the main switch here that turns off all the cabin lights once. Turning it on turns on obviously all the lights that's set on here. So on the left I've got the windshield wiper. Yeah, this is not working. The reason for this is that the windshield wipers in this view is actually sitting behind the camera, so you won't even see them turn on. The overhead, I've got a captain's floodlight here, so you can see me as I adjust that. Then next to it, or to the right of it, there's the co-pilot's floodlight. In the middle, I've got another two, but these two will be turned green, so that it's a little bit easier on the eyes for night flight. Then here, I've just got a green LED that's also backlit. I've put a fuse cover here just for decoration. From the left, I've got the pilot instruments panel. This is that panel, so it can turn on and off separately, brightness. The pilot's display, so this is supposed to adjust this display. It's not set up yet. The overhead, which is this one of course. The side panels, which is the breaker there, I'm adjusting that, as well as that side. And then here I'm installing the ELT and the audio input, so where the mic goes in, that is here. I just need to put those up as well. That's the side panel switch. The co-pilot displays is also not working, and then the co-pilot instrument, so it will be that bottom one. So just to give you an idea, I can adjust all of these separately, which makes it absolutely awesome, especially when night flying. I mean, if I can go ahead and set this to night flying, and then you should be able to see the effect, because now the screens are still giving a little bit of light. So if we put this into night flying, you'll see the light that you're seeing here now. The overheads are still on dim. So let me turn off the overheads. There we go, that's a little bit better. It gives you an idea of how the instrument panels are lit up, and it makes it much easier on the eyes to be able to see the buildings and stuff on the outside. And then let's see if we adjust. So if I to switch off the panel lights here, you can see how dark it gets. Obviously the light's still seeping through the gauge holes there. So if I turn this down a little bit, we don't need it that bright. and the side panels. There you go. So for night flying, this thing is almost ready with regards to lights. I still need to adjust a few small things here and there, but for now they seem to be working fine. I'm going to turn on the lights here again. Let me put this back into daylight. There we go. Oh, that's bright. So all of the cabling will go behind the dash. It's still down here. So this is this panel and this panel. The two sub panels are currently running through one Arduino. The circuit breaker panel will just get dummy breakers or fuse holders, so that won't, there's no Arduino, nothing connected there. And then this side is going to be the same for this circuit breaker, and then for the fuel gauges and the gauges there and the gauges on top here, they'll all run through a separate Arduino that I'm going to connect in behind here. Don't want to move this too much because this panel is still loose, but I want to give you a peek behind. So all I did was 12 volt LEDs that I sticked here, and then like I said, the Arduino is going to be in here as well, so there's nice enough space there for that. And the same was done this side. You'll see the LEDs there just sticked in nicely in order for the panels, the fuses to be backlit. So you'll see I made it, I did the best I could with regards to the bolstering, but I think okay, and then I still need to do the dash, the windshield, the glare shield. I need to still do the glare shield, and then these panels I still have to figure out whether I'm gonna put a piece of foam here or I'm just paint. Am I just gonna paint this? And then it will be the center console, so it will be time for the center console after that. But yeah, that, I think I've covered most of what we've done. I still need to program a lot of these switches, so some of them work, some of them don't. I still need to program a lot of those, but the main gauges are working. The main switches to start up the aircraft is working, the light switches on the aircraft's working, and then the cabin air, with regards to the cabin air, I'll probably connect these switches to the actual cabin here and not the aircraft. The same with the ELT switch. I didn't connect. I'll just connect it with the 5 volt Arduino here so the light can switch up, but I'm not connecting it to the physical aircraft. Yeah, most of the time you'll see the wires are still here, so all of these wires need to go down. Most of the time we spent was on this panel. It's not as we wanted. Still need to fix. I need to put another screw here, but yeah, like I said, most of the time we spent was on that, and then obviously covering the aircraft, covering the fuselage with the roof lining took some time, as well as the vinyl. But yeah, that's just a quick update on the King Air. I'll definitely do one on the 402 soon. I'm just waiting for a few things there. That's also what took quite up some time here. Took up quite some time is that some of the potentiometers, some of the switches, I had to wait a few days to get them, as places don't have them in stock. That's the exact reason why these panels don't have some of the fuse holders in yet. So that doesn't have, this one only has about, I think, 20. So there's a few there, but it needs, I'm still in need of 143 fuse holders just for decoration there. So I'm still waiting on stock. I think probably next week or the week thereafter there will be I also had to replace a few of these potentiometers, as my welding on them was not very good, and the lights were flickering when I tried to turn them on. So yeah, now it's much better now. But yeah, so I think that's it for today's video, and hopefully I'll see you within the next week or two after I've done the gauges that needs to be done. There's about 10 of them, so I've started on the gauges. I'll quickly show you inside a small piece of the gauge so you can see what I'm working on. But yeah, hopefully next week I'll have the gauges done as well. Okay, so I thought let me quickly show you these gauges that I've been designing. So currently I'm cutting everything through the laser cutter. So these are just holders for the servo motors, cut through the laser cutter. Piece of paper, it's printed on the gauge. This will go in here, something sort of like that, and then a black bezel will go over there, and then a black, this is brown now, but a black piece of which will go over there, and that will be my gauge. These gauges are quite easy because all of them is only 180 degrees. So I'm just using this normal, what's this called, SG90 micro servo motors, and then these are also connected through MobiFlight and connected on the Arduino through MobiFlight. So I'll definitely go ahead and do another video on that within the next 2 weeks, as soon as all the gauges are done. Like I said, I've got about 10 of them that I need to do. So as soon as they are done, I'll go ahead and definitely do another video. Okay guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and even share if possible. We are still a growing channel, so we'd love if you share the video, and then yeah, enjoy the pictures of the development of the sim as we're going out here. Thanks, take care, cheers. Okay guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and then hope you're following along for the rest of the project. Take care, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.